This year's animated smash hit The Incredibles 2 is powering its way onto home media thanks to Walt Disney Pictures and Pixar Animation Studios. As we've come to expect from all major Disney releases, there will be a super selection of versions releasing worldwide. In this video, I will go over all the details of all the different versions you can expect to find across the US and Canada, the UK and Australia, and when you can fly away with them from stores and on digital platforms. Additionally, in this video, I will detail the list of announced special features and will then deliver my final thoughts on the releases and discuss which version or versions I'll be adding in my own personal collection. In doing so, I also hope to help you weigh up which version is best for yourself. I did, of course, review The Incredibles 2 when it was first released in cinemas. If you'd like to take a look at my more in-depth thoughts on the movie itself or how I weigh it up against past Pixar movies, feel free to head over there now via the link in the top corner or the hyperlinks at the end of the video. On your screen is the list of topics I will be covering in this video. If you're more interested in checking out some over others, then please feel free to skip forward via the time codes I've provided down below in the comments. Otherwise, you are of course more than welcome to stick it with me for the long run. Also keep in mind, about 90% of the times things do change between announcement and release, whether that be new additions announced closer to release date like regional exclusives or changes to artwork, special features and specs. I should also mention from the top that all Disney movies on Blu-ray are region free, so if you plan to import any edition worldwide, you'll be able to play it no matter what region you live in. Firstly, let's take a look at the North American and Canadian releases of the movie, where The Incredibles 2 will be released on physical home media on the 6th of November 2018, but will be hitting digital platforms 2 weeks earlier on the 23rd of October 2018, as is now the norm for Disney releases. The Incredibles 2 will be released in a 2-disc Blu-ray, DVD and digital HD combo pack, as well as in an Ultimate Collector's Edition set with a 4K ultra high definition version of the movie, the 2-disc Blu-ray and a digital HD copy. A bare-bones single-disc DVD-only edition will also be available to purchase. All of these editions use the same cover artwork featuring the movie's fantastic poster. I'm really glad that this poster art has been utilized on the cover, as I was really hoping it would be the case. I absolutely love it. A steelbook edition will be released exclusively through Best Buy, featuring fairly interesting artwork. This will be released as a 4K ultra high definition set, including the 4K, 2-disc Blu-ray and digital code. Unfortunately for some, no DVD will be in this set. I'm in two minds about the artwork used right here. While I do love how it highlights the movie's juxtaposition between the character's superhero life and family at-home dynamics, I kind of can't help but feel it seems a little bit lazy and plain, like so many of Disney's steelbooks have been lately. I do, however, really love the great abstract art on the inside. Perhaps this would have worked better on the front and the back. Target will be releasing an exclusive Digipack edition of the movie, which will also come as a 4K ultra high definition set, including the 4K, 2-disc Blu-ray and digital code. Again, unfortunately no DVD. The pack will also come with a filmmaker gallery and storybook, which looks to be loaded with images from the movie itself. Again, not hugely into the artwork used on this set. I understand what they're going for with both this and the steel, but the artwork doesn't seem dynamic enough for such a spectacular superhero movie. Target is also offering exclusively to their Red Card members a limited edition Metal Jack-Jack 4-inch action doll with pre-orders of the movie. Finally, the Disney Movie Club has announced that a members-only offer for the movie will be available. However, what the offer is exactly has yet to be announced itself. I also imagine that the Disney Store will release a series of limited edition lithographs with all purchases. As is now normal for Disney releases stateside, there will be no 3D option for The Incredibles 2 at all. I have a little bit of great news for our friends over in the UK. While UK audiences had to wait an entire month after the US and Australia to catch The Incredibles 2 in cinemas, you won't even have to wait an entire week to get it on Blu-ray or DVD, as the movie will find its physical release only 6 days later on the 12th of November 2018. The digital version, however, has no announced release date just yet, but it will likely follow recent trends and be available 1 to 2 weeks earlier. In the UK, The Incredibles 2 will be released as a Blu-ray set, as well as a 3D plus Blu-ray set. No word yet on whether these two releases will include the second bonus disc available with the US releases, but I am guessing that they will. A single disc DVD edition will also be made available. Sadly, much like this year's earlier release of the first movie on the format in the US and Australia, the UK will miss out on the 4K release of The Incredibles 2. Maybe somewhere down the line these two titles will be released. I'm guessing that there's not a huge demand for 4K over in the UK. Final artwork hasn't been made available for the UK editions as of yet, but they will likely be the same as the Australian artworks, which I will show in just a bit. Zavvi will be the exclusive UK retailer of the steelbook, which will be released as a 3D plus Blu-ray combo pack, but not in just a standard Blu-ray set. No final artwork has been revealed for the UK steel just yet, and while I imagine it will probably be the same as the US artwork, I personally really like the temporary artwork with just the movie's logo. It kind of seems more iconic and dynamic to me. It's doubtful if Tesco or any other retailer will release a big sleeve edition of the movie, considering that the year's biggest release, Avengers Infinity War, went without one. Additionally, Disney have announced the release of an Incredibles and Incredibles 2 two-movie collection, which will be available in both DVD and Blu-ray editions. Seems like a missed opportunity for a nice 4K set of the movies. I'm sure it would have been a big seller, but once again, hopefully somewhere down the line. Australia will be the last to receive the physical home media release of the movie, despite getting the movie first in cinemas, with the release date set for the 28th of November 2018. As always, however, don't forget you'll likely be able to pick the movie up 2 days earlier on the 26th in store at JB Hi-Fi. Likewise, Australia will receive a 2-disc Blu-ray set, a 3D plus 2-disc Blu-ray set, a 4K plus 2-disc Blu-ray set, as well as a standard DVD. It's also worth mentioning that I believe there will also be single-disc Blu-ray and single-disc 3D releases as well. These will likely market on the same day at the exact same price point, so make sure that you're careful which version you grab so you are not unwillingly stuck with the inferior product. I absolutely love the variety of covers being released in Australia. It always bums me when the three versions share the same cover art. I love the action poses on the standard Blu-ray and the dynamic artwork on the 3D. JB Hi-Fi will be the exclusive Australian retailer of the Steelbook edition, which will be available in a 4K Ultra HD and 2-disc Blu-ray combo pack. It's really interesting to see Disney including 4K discs in their steelbooks in Australia now, considering they never even released steelbooks with 3D discs ever before. At least this is more bang for your buck and a good way for Disney to push the format to consumers. Again, no artwork has been revealed for the Australian steelbook, but will likely follow whichever artwork is released over in the UK. Alright, let's get into some general release specs for The Incredibles 2. The physical 4K edition of The Incredibles 2 will feature HDR colouring and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, while the standard Blu-ray edition will feature a Dolby True HD 7.1 soundtrack. A number of foreign language and subtitle tracks will additionally be available, but these may vary depending on your region. As with all Pixar releases, Disney is releasing The Incredibles 2 with an absolutely incredible selection of special features. Come on guys, you gotta let me at least have one of those in this one. As per usual, Disney is keeping the movie on disc 1 and absolutely jamming the second bonus disc with what I can only imagine is hours worth of special features. Across all 2-disc editions of the movie are an audio commentary track featuring many of the movie's animators and designers, 10 deleted scenes with introductions, outtakes and stories, which features a number of animation outtakes, an interview with a puppet animator and a Super Baby music video, a featurette called Super Stuff, meet the makers and learn what it takes to design and build such a uniquely incredible world, heroes and villains, a collection of mini docs about the backstory and major design ideas behind the Incredibles 2 characters, featuring voice actors, director Brad Bird and Pixar artists talking about the many elements that make these characters feel real. A featurette focused on production designer Ralph Eggleston. This short piece explores the many ways a single production designer has influenced the look, feel and character of the Pixar universe, culminating in Incredibles 2. Another featurette titled Strong Coffee, a lesson in animation with Brad Bird. Brad Bird's passion for animation dates back to his childhood and mentorship under Disney's Milk Carl, and the enthusiasm and powerful insight emanates from every film he's made. Take a deep dive into Brad's early years at Disney Animation Studios and his time at Pixar. Another edition of Paths to Pixar titled Everyday Heroes. At its heart, Incredibles 2 is about family dynamics and the challenges of being a working parent. Meet the parents of Pixar as they discuss their personal connections to the film and their experience with stretching to balance work and family. A selection of character theme songs, vintage toy commercial TV spots, toolkit montage and global Incredibles 2 trailers. A documentary hip-hop music video hybrid titled Super Baby, hosted by Frankie and Paige from Disney Channel's Bizaardvark. This piece explores how Jack-Jack came to life on screen, from design to special effects to animation, all set to a hot beat. And of course, no Pixar set would be complete without a couple of short films. We get the all-new Auntie Edna mini-movie, as well as the theatrical short Bow. Additionally, the set will feature a making-of featurette on Bow, where director Domi Shi will discuss how her rich cultural heritage, unique relationship with her mum, and her love of food all inform the making of the short film. These special features sound absolutely spectacular, and if this is anything like most Pixar releases, it certainly won't let us down. I love the sound of all of the behind the scenes and making of bits and pieces, especially that piece focused on director Brad Bird. Pixar featurettes are usually quite in-depth, informative, and substantial. Sure, there's some fluffy stuff on here, but this should keep the kids entertained, and that's what it's all about. Disney's Pixar movies are quite easily their most extensive releases, content-wise, and I love that there's a little bit on offer here for all demographics and ages. Disney doesn't exactly specify the total runtime of these features, but there is surely hours worth of stuff on here. This could quite possibly take the cake as Disney's release of the year. Okay, let's get on to my picks. I really love The Incredibles 2, and while it's never been a classic for me, I have an enormous respect and admiration for the first Incredibles. I won't be picking up any fancy bells and whistles versions of this, a decision made easier by the fact that I'm not huge on either the steelbook or digipack artwork. For me, I will simply be grabbing a copy of the 4K and 2-disc Blu-ray set from the States, and I'll pick up a copy of the movie on 3D while I'm over here in the UK to ensure that I get both editions in slipcovers. And at that is all from me for this video. I hope I've helped make your purchasing decisions all the easier, and you have a good idea of which version or versions of The Incredibles 2 you'll be snatching up. Let me know your personal decisions in the comments below, and keep me posted on any other exclusive or limited edition versions that pop up before release. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now, and also hit that like button down below if you're feeling extra generous. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.